Hey everyone, I'm Jody Bader.
And I'm Sarah Martinez. We're Project Glad consultants and trainers from Washington State. Welcome to this short video tutorial on using a Project Glad strategy online. As you watch, feel free to reach out and connect with us or get some more tips from our website. You'll see the link below, nextstepsprojectglad.com. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, today we're going to be going over how to do a 10-2 lecture with an app called EdPuzzle. Now a 10-2 lecture is a way in the GLAD model in which it's how we deliver our input charts. We're going to sketch and we're going to write and we're going to talk and lecture for no longer than 10 minutes before giving students a chance to turn and talk about that new learning and process it with a partner for about 2 minutes. When students are watching this 10-2 lecture in person, when you're doing this in the regular classroom, they're able to then add that language development piece of oral processing with somebody next to them. In the age of distance learning, that piece gets a little bit more tricky, but we still can bring in some formative assessment and make sure that they're understanding our asynchronous lessons when we're recording our pictorials, putting them out there for the students to view. How do we know, number one, if they viewed them? And number two, if they're understanding what they are watching. So that's where the EdPuzzle comes in. Let's get started and I'll show you how to get it set up. With EdPuzzle, you'll be able to upload a video of your pictorial, and as students watch it, it will stop and then give the 10-2 prompt, and it won't continue playing until the students engage with that question. So here I am on the EdPuzzle dashboard, which is also linked to our Next Steps Google Classroom. We already have a timeline set up there, and I want to add some new content. When you go up to the Add Content button, you'll see that there's a drop-down box where you can create a video or upload a video. When you create a video, it means that you are using somebody else's video, and you can see on the sidebar under popular channels, EdPuzzle, YouTube, Khan Academy, National Geo, and all of those, you can find videos and then use those to add your 10-2 prompts to. But for the purposes of this video, we're talking about a pictorial video that you have already created. So that's the lens that we're going to look at this through, and we're going to click Upload a Video. I have on my desktop a video that I've already created for this of Sarah doing a biome world map. So we'll put that in there. So our video is uploading. It is going to take a bit of time to do this. And you can see here that you have 1 GB allowance for the size of your video. If your pictorial is a rather lengthy one, say in the classroom, we might have a 20, 25, 30-minute pictorial that we're doing, which is fine when students are doing it live with you. So a tip here for online learning, when your students will be watching your pictorial video asynchronously, is to chunk it. You don't have to upload the whole 30-minute video in one fell swoop, and chances are it'll be bigger than 1 gig. So chunk it in. The sweet spot is about 7 to 10-minute chunks. And then you'll be able to get that all up into EdPuzzle. Now, another way to do that, if you want the whole big, long pictorial in there, is to upload it to YouTube first. I'm going to go over here and click on YouTube. And up in the search bar, I'm going to put in the URL of the video that I actually already have uploaded to my YouTube channel. So click on the 3 dots and get a shareable link. Go back to EdPuzzle, or go back to EdPuzzle, put the link in there, and when I clicked on that, it will automatically load it. Now I'm ready to start editing my video and putting my questions in. You can see here that I can shorten it if I wanted to at the beginning or at the end. You can't really cut anything out of the middle, so you'd have to have it already edited before you put it in, uploaded it to your YouTube channel. I can cut, I can do a voiceover. For our purposes today, we're going to be talking about doing some questions and adding questions, and actually you're adding your 10-2 prompts. So I'm ready to put in some questions. I can do a multiple choice. I could do an open-ended. I can add notes or audio notes for students as we're moving through parts of the video. And I'm just going to start by getting my video started. and listening to the lecture. And then at various places, I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to add a question in. So here's another tip for you for doing your pictorials for distance learning purposes. Notice that we're using a video of Sarah doing the large chart on the large chart paper. You certainly could do a small version like we've seen in our extend and apply videos for the pictorial. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you know that you're going to be transitioning to a hybrid model soon in the near future, and students will be coming back to the classroom, say mid-unit, you don't want to have that small chart that you've done as a recording, and then they get back to empty walls in the regular classroom. So that is something that some teachers are lesson learned, right now, that they would really like to have that big chart on the wall when students get back to the classroom. Another tip for online learning is to show the pictures at the initial time of input. Now, Sarah is doing it here in this example because it is a graphic organizer, and that is built into our strategy. But even for your pictorials, showing the pictures at the initial loading of the chart rather than waiting to the revisit is going to help your students. And then bring your pictures up close to the camera so that they can see them. All right, so we're getting ready to do our first 10-2. So I'm going to stop the video after she gives her prompt and go up to my questions. I'm going to choose an open-ended question for this one, and I'm going to type in the same prompt that she just verbally told to the students. Click save. And as it loads, now you'll see the little marker where the timestamp is, where that question will come up. And as the students are watching the video, that question will come up for them. I'm going to hit continue watching my video and adding my questions as they come up. I can also add a question where it's not a 10-2. Maybe it's a vocabulary question where I wanted to make sure that students know a vocabulary word. Notice that for these options that I have the green check mark next to the correct option and the red X's next to the not correct choices. So you'll have to toggle back and forth depending on which selection is your correct answer. I can also add an image to my question, and this is particularly helpful for ELL students to get that visual, to get that image. So I'm going to put in a golden lion tamarin and ask students, why do you think this animal is called the golden lion tamarin? Now, when I'm all finished with my questions, we'll go up and we'll click finish. I can see the timestamps of where my questions are. And now I'm going to go down to the bottom and click assign. We're going to assign this video assignment. I can turn on closed captioning if I wanted to. Make sure that you have this toggle, prevent skipping. That is going to make sure that students can't just fast forward in the video and get to the next piece. They have to actually watch the video. And I'll show you what that looks like from the student's point of view. Put it on my Google Classroom. It's now posted. Let's go to a student view and I'll show you what that looks like for them. We're going to click on our assignment and open it up. Now, when they try to move the cursor forward, I can't. It is actually locked. It won't let them go forward in the video. It's locked and they have to go back and play it from the beginning, go through the whole thing, and get to the 10-2 questions when the timestamp comes up. So this is one way to continue with your 10-2 lectures and do some formative assessment with your pictorials using EdPuzzle. Thanks for watching.